to only chant the Maha Mantra Hare Krishna. So he went to Katwa. You know the story, how he left his home, his very young wife, 14 years old, Vishnu Priya, and is also Sachimata, his mother. Near Dorigat, that place where he left is called Near Dorigat, the place of no mercy. Mm. Everybody felt acute pains of separation from Mahaprabhu when he left that place. And he ran after crossing the Ganges with his wet, on winter time, with his wet cloth. He ran maybe for 21 miles down to Katwa. And there he entered into the ashram of Keshava Bharati. And Keshava Bharati was sitting and he was meditating when all of a sudden he saw a great effulgence like sun coming into his ashram through the windows, through the lattices. He was wondering, what is this? Then he looked behind and he saw Nimai Pandit coming from Nadia. He asked Nimai Pandit, who are you? And Nimai Pandit said, I am Nimai. Oh, you are Nimai, this very famous scholar, Nimai Pandit from Nadia. Yes. What is the reason of your coming here? He said, oh, I want you to give me sannyas. So Keshav Bharati was thinking, this beautiful young boy, how possible I give him sannyas? His mother will be thrown into deep, desperate tragedy. And his young wife, 14 years old, Vishnu Priya, will also be suffering so much. So he said, I cannot give you sannyas. You have to get permission from your mother. Then Mahaprabhu immediately, he turned and he ran towards Navadvip to speak to his mother. But Keshava Bharati thought he is very, very strong, commanding personality. So therefore, no need for him to go so far. Yeah. He will get whatever he wants. So he sent somebody to bring him back. And he said, I will give you sannyas. I don't want to tell the stories about how he took sannyas because it will take a long time, but was marvelous. And that day was Makara Sankranti, also another festival. And people on that day gather near the Ganges, and they chant and they very, very happily spend the day like this. But when they heard that Mahaprabhu was going to take sannyas, the whole crowd came to Keshava Bharati Maharaj's ashram and told him, why you want to do such a thing? Huh? This is not proper. Such a young person, young wife, 14 years old. If you do this, we will break your ashram to ashes completely. So there was obstacles to this. So Mahaprabhu, by his chanting, he could actually capture the mind of the crowd, but it took some time. On that day, he didn't take sannyas. All night, he was chanting, but very early the next day, he took sannyas. Although the crowd was not so favorable, but still he insisted that Keshava Bharati gave him sannyas. So he took sannyas. When he took sannyas, he got the name Krishna Chaitanya. Beautiful Krishna Chaitanya name. It's not a name of a sannyasi according to the list of the sannyasi names. It's not a name from that list because he didn't want to take a name like a Mayavadi. Because Keshava Bharati Maharaj was Mayavadi. So he didn't want to be, looked at like a Mayavadi sannyasi. So he inspired Keshava Bharati to give him a name, Chaitanya, and Krishna, because he's spreading Krishna consciousness all over the world. So he gave him this name, Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya. So then when he received that name, Mahaprabhu became very, very happy and start dancing. And uh, also he was crying and laughing, complete ecstasy. Could see is manifested the sattvic bhavs on his body. And Keshavabhati also got also caught into that wonderful kirtan, Harinam kirtan. So they were all both together dancing, rolling on the floor like this. And Mahaprabhu started to leave. He had only one idea. He said, I want to go to Vrindavan. Hmm. So he started running, and all started running after him. Keshavabhati also didn't want to leave his association, but Mahaprabhu told him, you should now go back. And after some time, he also went back. But Mahaprabhu had no external senses of what is happening around him. He wanted to go towards the west, towards Vrindavan. So he was running like a madman and chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, and all others trying to follow him. But very, very difficult because Mahaprabhu didn't know where he was. Sometime going left, sometime right. They had hardly the possibility of following him. Sometime when night came, he would run into a forest, and then they would not be able to trace him out. Where is he? So they were desperate. Oh, he has given up us behind. What to do? What to do? Where is our beloved Lord? And after some time, they would hear Mahaprabhu, Ha Krishna, where are you? Where are you? So they would decide, oh, this is where he is. Let's go and meet him. So they would go there. And Mahaprabhu would not know who is around him. Once he saw Nityananda Prabhu, who was also dressed like a sannyasi, he said, oh, Sripad sannyasi, uh, where are you going? And Nityananda Prabhu said, I am going to Vrindavan. He said, oh, I am also going to Vrindavan. So let's go together like this. So therefore they uh, got together and start walking. But Nityananda Prabhu, very, very tricky. He didn't want Mahaprabhu to go to Vrindavan. He said, Vrindavan is this way. And he pointed out towards the east. So therefore, Mahaprabhu, being in complete bewilderment due to these ecstatic moods, he couldn't see, and he was following Nityananda Prabhu and others. So then when they reached one place like Kalna, they came close to Kalna after 3 days walk and near Shantipur. Mahaprabhu said, where is Vrindavan? And then Nityananda Prabhu told him, this is Yamuna. So Mahaprabhu said, oh, we have already arrived in Vrindavan. I said, yes. And Mahaprabhu very happily, he took bath in Yamuna. Before that, Nityananda made somebody to call Advaita Acharya, who came at that time. When Mahaprabhu saw Advaita Acharya, he told him, oh, Advaita Acharya, how did you know I was in Vrindavan? So Advaita Acharya said, this is the Ganges, what you are talking about. So then Mahaprabhu came out from his internal trance and said, oh, I understand. This Nityananda Prabhu, he has tricked me. He has cheated me. So I am now in the Ganges. But Advaita Acharya said, no, no, Nityananda Prabhu didn't trick you. You are really basing in Yamuna, because according to scriptures, when Yamuna and Ganges, they mix together in Allahabad, then Yamuna is on the west bank and Ganges on the east bank. So now you are basing on the west bank, so you are basing in Yamuna. And anyway, everywhere you are is Vrindavan. So why you want to go to Vrindavan? Because everywhere you are is Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu, he accepted it, and the story goes on. So why Mahaprabhu wants to go to Vrindavan so madly? Uh, this is the point I want to say, that Vrindavan actually is not only a location. Like we know, we always go to Vrindavan once a year at least. But according to Vaishnavas, Vrindavan is a stage of consciousness, you know. And Mahaprabhu running left and right, north, west, east, south, like madman. He actually didn't want to go to Vrindavan. He wanted to tell us that Vrindavan is everywhere if your consciousness is on the stage of Vrindavan consciousness. So this is the message of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wants to tell us that by following our sadhana process, we can also be completely absorbed in Vrindavan consciousness. And that's what he was actually doing by taking sannyas. Why he took sannyas? Just to tell us that you can achieve Vrindavan, the highest sphere of the organization of the Lord, beyond everywhere else. That Vrindavan, through the stage of consciousness, then you can achieve this. So he was telling us. So therefore, he took sannyas, not for him, but for us, to show what was the way to achieve that highest stage of consciousness. There's many, many different stages. Maybe you've heard about it. There's one stage where we are now, gathering knowledge through our senses, is called pratyaksha. We study and we gather through our experiences so much knowledge. It's called pratyaksha. This knowledge which gather through our senses, mind, and everything, intelligence. Then that's the first stage. The second stage is called paroksha. Paroksha is a stage where we get knowledge from the experience of other people who really have like a mood of searching, like scientists. They searching through different processes some knowledge which is not so easily available, and they give reports to their findings, their inventions also. So therefore, that knowledge also we can gather from their experience. It's called paroksha. Then this is the second stage. Then there is the third stage of knowledge, which is called aparoksha. Paroksha, aparoksha. Aparoksha means it is beyond this world. But the experience of that level of knowledge is very, very reduced. It's like somebody who would fall asleep and sleep without dream, dreamless sleep, very deep, deep sleep, happy sleep. But when he wakes up, then he realizes, oh, I had such a nice dreamless sleep. Feels so refreshed. But he has remembrance of it. In the same way, the consciousness is reduced to the minimum. So therefore, there is no experience. It's called Brahma, merging into that substance, uniform, indifferent, quality-less Brahman. So that is called aparoksha. When we went through these experiences, then this is called Brahman. And actually, Sankaracharya, he described the different stage of consciousness up to that level, third level of aparoksha. But there is a level more than that, which is beyond the range of our senses. It's called adoksaja. You know adoksaja? Means beyond the range of our senses, that we cannot have any idea because our senses are limited to a certain vision of things. So therefore, that knowledge, adoksaja, is revealed to us through a process, a descending process. And Adoksaja defined actually the realm of Vaikuntha, where everything there is held in awe and reverence, where there is, how you say, greatness, grandeur, how you say, Aishwarya, majesty. This is amazing place, of course, and it is beyond the range of our senses. So many tries to achieve that stage of consciousness, to become liberated from the realm of this material world. But there is another stage beyond Adoksaja, the fourth dimension. There's this fifth dimension. And what is it? It's called Aprakrita. Aprakrita is the stage, the highest place beyond this world. It's called Vrindavan. And that Vrindavan is what Mahaprabhu is by all means, at any time, trying to achieve through the process of chanting the holy name, and want to also help us to access that level of consciousness, Vrindavan consciousness. So Mahaprabhu, mercifully, because he is the highest personality, he cannot give something cheap, pebbles or glass. He will give something corresponding to his level, which is the highest level. Gems, jewels. So that, and who he will give it to? To the most fallen. There must be some relationship of the highest with the most fallen. And that gift of Mahaprabhu, that highest gift, which is so rare, so valuable, so pure, this is through the Mahamantra, achieving the stage of Vrindavan consciousness, where he was mad to achieve himself that stage. And we can see throughout his whole life, he was only chanting the name of Krishna. So he asked us to do the same thing because he wants to help us to achieve that stage of Krishna consciousness, that is Vrindavan. So what is Vrindavan? That's very interesting. What is the nature of that Vrindavan consciousness? In Vrindavan, you have great personalities. Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, Radhika, Lalita Vishaka, all. Subal, Sudam, Shidam, Dam, Vasudam, and others, Madhumangal, Stoka Krishna. And they're all extremely great personalities. But the characteristic, the particularity of that place and of that people there is that they don't know about it. They don't know that they are great. They don't have any idea of this greatness. They think we are just ordinary people. And our life is very simple. We live a very simple life, especially the gopis. They live partly in their house and partly in the jungle, in the forest. So what kind of education you can get in the forest? You can only get wild education. And if you live in your house, you could get a little bit of some education. So they are like half educated, half wild. This mood is there in Vrindavan. Very simple, very natural. Nothing great there. If you look for greatness, you can only find greatness if you have the eyes to see greatness in Vrindavan. Because Vrindavan is great. Vaikuntha is contained in one grain of sand in Vrindavan, the whole Vaikuntha in one grain of sand. So greatness is there, but it is covered by sweetness. So we can all only see sweetness there. But those who have eyes, they can see greatness in the sweetness. So it's very nice blending. Beautiful place. So that's what Mahaprabhu wants us to go. He wants to give us a opportunity uh, by distributing this spontaneous love, Raganuga Bhakti, Raganuga Marga Bhakti, Korite Pracharan, to distribute this beautiful Vrindavan consciousness where everything there is simple, very ordinary, the golden mean, the middle thing, everything. Even Krishna there is not Brahmana, not Kshatriya, or is not Shudra also. He is just a gop, very, very nice, not big gyan, big yog, not any Aishwarya, majesty. He walks with small steps. He had no crown, only peacock feather, and he has little bamboo flute, dry, according to gopis, the dry bamboo flute. So where is the majesty there? Nothing. So they all think they are completely ordinary. Therefore, Krishna consciousness means that ordinary mood which you find there, all pervading in Vrindavan, through the uh, inhabitants of Vrindavan. So Mahaprabhu wants us to go there by chanting the Maha Mantra. So therefore, to understand that mood, where there is no greatness, is not so easy, because we think Krishna is God, Supreme Personality of God. Therefore, our Gurudev, when he started to take care of us, he told, I'm not going to tell you to follow the four regs, four principles. I'm not going to tell you something you heard 20 years ago, that you have to follow the four regulative principles. And also, Srila Prabhupada told me to tell you that you have to forget that Krishna is God. But you have to understand that he is Yashodanandan, Nandanandan. He is that boy, son of the king of Vrindavan. So in order to enter into Vrindavan, we have to understand this. It is possible, because nothing there is extraordinary, in a sense. And we should not feel that we need to be extraordinary to go there. We could only just think about ourselves as a member, because the mood there is to mix with ordinary people. Krishna being Supreme Parabrahma, he has so much majesty, so much power, but there he doesn't show any of those things. So therefore he invited us to come to him in the simple mood of an ordinary person. So it doesn't change anything to our life, because, I mean, for myself, I don't feel that I'm so great. So if we feel we are ordinary, then we are qualified to associate with Krishna. So therefore, we should only think about Krishna in that way, and enter into that mood of Vrindavan, simple and natural, and go there and just, try to think, please, chant, remember, do anything in relation to Krishna's pleasure, just like everybody else there. So if we can do that, then our life will be very, very successful. And it's not so difficult, actually. You can, by example, you can just think about Krishna and say, oh, my dear Krishna, I just now want to Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo, or any melody. You can do like this. And you see, by this simple, just sound vibration, but you offer it to Krishna, you see that it will carry you into that mood of Vrindavan. But the particularity is that we cannot and must not forget Krishna. This is the point. Because that mood is unlimited. Although it is middle, not so great, not so down, it is the middle, the golden mean. It is unlimited. There's infinite is there. We don't know, but Krishna is actually unlimited. So if we want to enter into that unlimited mood, which looks very ordinary, it's the whole extraordinary thing about this. It's possible to understand by doing this. So we have to actually be understand that we are so fortunate because Mahaprabhu has made the whole thing very easy. Many people, they will scream in your ears, telling, no, you cannot speak like this. This is very high, very high. We have no objection. It is very high. And you are very fallen. Yes, yes, we are also very fallen. But Mahaprabhu, he came to give it. So why should we reject this gift? This wonderful thing that Mahaprabhu came to give. If you study the lives of the Vaishnavas who have lived when Mahaprabhu was there and after, you will see how they will tell if Mahaprabhu had not come, our life would be completely dry and useless. We will not be able to understand how we could have lived without Mahaprabhu. Will not be possible. What he has given is the vitality, and he has given this vitality in our life, in our body. The vitality of the vitality he has given to us. So how could we live without this? No possible. But some people will tell you, no, no, you are wrong completely. Don't think about these things. And I know that some of those people, they come here sometimes, and they don't say so much, but they have this mood. They're against our Gurudev. And they come here and they speak. And you are under the charms. You have to be very careful who you invite here. I don't want to speak more about these things. But now everybody's coming from any angles, any directions. Oh, I want to give class. Oh, Sadhu's coming, and sitting now. And then speaking something completely different. And if you say a word about Gopi, about anything, they will say, no, don't speak like this. You will fall down the next moment. But is it possible? Is Gurudev fell down? They said, you are such and such, like Sahaja. He said, my whole parampara is like this. I am like them. And never we fell down. And those who criticize me, saying, you Sahaja, they are the one who are falling. Sahaja means fallen. I have never fallen, and I'm not gonna fall. And we saw that he never fell. So not Sahaja. He has this prerogative to speak about something high, but in the way that it was possible to digest. In a very, very wonderful way, that we not became completely intoxicated, thinking I am Manjari, I am Gopi. No. But some people, they didn't understand that because they didn't get his association. They wrote heavy letter to him saying, why are you speaking like this? And then they come here and speak to you afterwards. And you don't know who they are. And I'm not going to give names. But be careful who you invite. They will destroy whatever faith you have in your Gurudev. That he has given this wonderful, how you say, bid, Bhakti Lata Beach, full of those moods. It is there in the heart. And they come and they completely rip off everything. And then you listen to them, then you become attracted because they have some charisma. And then after many years, you don't know where you are and you forgot about your Gurudev. And you deviated from the goal. One time I arrived from Vrindavan in Gurudev's room. He was at that time on the first floor. he was speaking to some sannyasi who were there. And he was telling, my goal is fixed. I know where I want to go. I will not budge from my determination to go there. Even if the whole world, he said, even if the whole universe comes in front of me and said, you are wrong, completely wrong, nonsense, give up your ideas. He said, I will not give up my ideal. I will just go there and I will go for it. I may not be there now, but I will not budge 1 inch from my determination to achieve my ideal. So we should be like a son of our Gurudev, like a disciple, and not become, carried away by so many other types of, ideas which are not in our line. Because association with sadhu is not for all the sadhus. Not all sadhus are good for association. There are sadhus, okay. They have their ideas, okay. We give respect because they are sadhus. We don't argue. But if they are not in line with our own Gurudev, which is in line with Prabhupada, which is in line with Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Narottam Srinivas, Acharya, and all, Rupa Goswami, then we have nothing to do with that. Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Aradhu Bhagavan Vraja Satanaya Staddhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kashchidupasana Vrajavagena Ikalpita Vrajavaduva Gavargena Ikalpitaha. He said that I worship Bhagavan. Which one? There's so many. Maturesh, Dwarkadish, and also. But I worship the son of the king of Vrindavan, Rajasatanayas. And as he is worshipable, Vrindavan is transcendental abode, is also worshipable, non-different. And the way that the gopis, the damsels of Vrindavan, have worshipped Krishna is the most excellent of all. This is my conception. It is demonstrated. The evidence is in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he said. Srimad Bhagavatam Amara Puranam, Prema Pumar Tumahan. That love, spontaneous love of the gopis is demonstrated. So it is there. So you cannot say, oh, you cannot read or you cannot hear about the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Some speak like that. And what Gurudev said, those who speak like this, they have not understood Srimad Bhagavatam. So to be careful who we associate with. Okay, I turn the page. It's important, Good page, yes. Yeah, good page. Anya Bilasita Sunyam, also be careful. Anya Bilasina Sunyam, Karma Gyana Adya Anavritam. Only bhakti, no karma, no yoga, no gyan, because it will cover your consciousness. By this, the flow of your consciousness, like a river going to the lotus feet of Krishna, will be hampered, will be blocked. A river is not blocked. If you do a big barrage, how you say, to stop the water, it's possible. Down, damn. Damn it. I don't know English, so I can speak like this. Careful. Remain in the path of bhakti, pure bhakti, like Gurudev wanted. Pure bhakti. That is a safe position. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. As long as we remain in that safe position, then we are sure to make progress. So Mahaprabhu, nobody as merciful as Mahaprabhu. He came to give that. So during all his life, he has shown that Vrindavan is a stage of consciousness, and everybody can achieve that stage. And for many years, he was preaching all over India. For 6 years, he went every places, and he converted the whole. It was so powerful, so beautiful that he couldn't keep it for himself. This Raganuga Bhakti, which is like mixed with the heart, the mellows of Vrindavan mixed with the heart, cannot go easily out of the heart. So you want to distribute it. because it's heavy moods. Radha and Krishna combine there. Madanakya Mahabhav in the heart. How possible? It's like a volcano. A volcano. You cannot keep it. You cannot suppress. It's going like this. So you want to catch everybody and give it to him, to them. Take. Oh no, no, no! I am not interested. Yes, you should take. It's for free. Oh, I have no greed for it. Okay, no problem. Have you Shraddha? Yes. Okay, I give you for your Shraddha. You take it. Huh? Like this. It is there. You cannot keep it. Like Mahaprabhu, he didn't want anybody to think he was God. But the devotees said, how can you, the son, hide yourself with behind your hand? The sun cannot be covered by hand. So in this way, Mahaprabhu was completely exposed. He is himself, Krishna. So this mood he has, and he wants to give us. What is Krishna trying to taste the finest sweetness and rasa that he has is in own heart, that nobody else than Radharani can taste through a love for him. The finest of all rasas is there, deep in the heart of Krishna, and he himself is Rasik Shekhar. He is also Ras personified. And rasa wants to taste ras. It's the nature of rasa to taste himself. So Krishna wants to taste his own rasa, his own sweetness. And he sees that this lady, Radharani, she is doing it. Why not me? He tried to test it, but he thinks, how possible? And he, breaks his head against the wall, thinking, how can I do that? And he could not do it in Krishna shape. So he became Mahaprabhu. Then he went to the school. He went everywhere to get qualification, enter the school of the gopis. He went to see Vishaka, Ramananda Roy, and he heard all details, how to go from one point to another, and then Radha Dasyam, and then Rasa Tadva, and then Radha Tadva. And then he told, please, don't speak anymore. and, and Ramananda said, I have never heard anyone asking such questions. It's very high, very high. So it's so high that it cannot be given. So Mahaprabhu even, he didn't speak about it. Ramananda didn't speak about it. Radha and Krishna didn't speak about it. Nobody spoke about it. Only Rupa Goswami, not Rupa Manjari didn't speak about it. Rupa Goswami, only he and nobody else spoke about it completely. In Bhakti Rasasita Sindhu and in Ujjvala Nilamani, Gurudev explained that he completely expressed the whole of that mood of Bharanakya Mahabhav, Divyan Mad, how Radharani becomes completely mad when she sees Krishna. And that Krishna, he thinks, how possible? That's her love for me is such that when she sees something which looks black like me, she fainted. I want to know this, I want to have this experience also. So he tried as Krishna, but he couldn't do it. Then as Mahaprabhu, it was possible. Mahaprabhu is inside Krishna, outside Radharani, and think himself, I am Radharani. And he's trying to taste himself by chanting his own name, sweet name. He is chanting his own name, trying to taste his own sweetness in the mood of Radharani. Can you imagine this alchemy? Is it any alchemy like this? Any scientists can do this? No way, no way. Only Radha and Krishna combine. Krishna and mercy, Radharani's mercy, but when both together, mercy plus magnanimity, which distribute that mercy to everybody. So we are the receptacle of that mercy. We shouldn't be like, how to get it. We should make sure that we are going to have it. That means our recipient should be no holes. And that means we have to be humble. Humble. Uh, holes means proud. Proud means the mood of enjoyment. Mood of enjoyment is based on pretense because it's not enjoyable in a complete way. It is just a taste of some types of pleasure, which is there momentarily and gives momentary happiness. And this is, you can get easily by practicing some type of yoga mixed with karma and everything. But Swarup Bhakti, this highest type of pure activities meant to give Krishna the topmost pleasure by serving him whole self, completely surrendering ourselves to his lotus feet at every moment, offering him whatever we do. Like usually we offer Krishna activities we perform in the temple. We do arti, we say, Krishna, I offer this to you. Sometimes we don't even think about offering whatever we offer to Krishna. But we should actually offer this to Krishna. Uh, Before we do it, we should tell Krishna, I am offering you now incense, deep, dupe, all kinds of articles. I am offering you to you for your satisfaction. Before I offering to you. This is called Swarup Bhakti. What's his name? Sridhar Swami, the commentator of Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, has told, before you do anything, make sure that you will do it for Krishna. You have to think of Krishna just there in front of you and offer him whatever you do. Whatever doesn't mean only the activities in the temple that you prepare for, take shower, clean yourself, chant some mantra, and then you grab the paraphernalia and you offer it to Krishna. No. This okay, you have to offer. But also outside of the temple, when you are at home, don't turn the TV and say, oh, Krishna, now I am going to offer you this program tonight. Please, Krishna, be pleased with my pure bhakti love of you. And I turn on the TV and said, Krishna, are you happy like me? Are you happy like me? You want some more? 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Mongolati, I'm going to take rest. Forget about Mongolati. It's too late, too early for me. I have to take rest. Otherwise, how will I work? So we have to offer everything to Krishna. Even when we speak, we have to offer to Krishna. Even when we speak ordinary things to any persons, friend or others we meet, we have to offer this to Krishna. Before we speak, we have to say, Krishna, I am going to watch this place. I'm going to go there, and I'm going for you. And I walk for you. And the way I walk is for you, and everything I think is for you. Like this, non-stop, from morning to evening, day after day. It's a process. And if you do this, when Krishna is pleased, he gives the mercy. When he sees that you only want his pleasure and nothing else, then you get the mercy. Otherwise, not. You have to wait. 1 life, 2 life, 3 life, 4 life, 5 life, 6 life, 6 lakhs life. So we have now enough intelligence, if there is something left after this chaotic situation in which we are now dumped. If we have enough intelligence, we should use it before the next death to start immediately without wasting even a second to begin our auspicious following this process of Krishna Bhakti. We should. Because sense gratification is available in all the species. all the species, they can enjoy sense gratification. So there's nothing really, fizzy about it, because snakes, those ghosts, everyone can enjoy. uh, but only human beings can access to this, because of the human form of life, human birth. Although it is temporary, it is full of defects, but he has that uh, possibility of achieving uh, perfection. I mean, spiritual perfection. Only in no animals have no enough energy in the intelligence or any. Uh, they have some security. Animals, they can have some security also. We see, but they have no senses of looking for God consciousness, not the ghosts, not the higher beings, also, not animals, only human beings. So this human form of life is just perfectly meant for this type of, process, following that process of self-realization, Krishna consciousness. So that's what Mahaprabhu wanted to give. And he didn't want to give anything less than that. Uh, like Bhakti Maharaj, he said, we are children of nectar. The nectar, what she's talking about, is this transcendental world where Radha and Krishna having their lila pastimes, eternal pastimes there. This pastimes is a very, very dynamic thing. Uh, it's full of rasa, ananda, that is happiness and ecstasy. There, it is a concentration of rasa. And this happiness and ecstasy through the lila of Krishna is nourishing every atoms of that particular transcendental place. So by our connecting to that place, we also will benefit and be nourished without any problem. We will have not to think about how to maintain our life, how to take care of our necessities, physical necessities. Shukadev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj at the end of his narrations of the Srimad Bhagavatam, he says, Tuam tu rajam maricheti pashubudimi hamjai. He said, Oh Rajam, maricheti, don't think you will die. Maricheti. Pashubudim, this is animal consciousness. Animal consciousness. Don't think you are this body. Don't think about your necessities. Soul has no needs of anything from this external material energy, Mahamaya. No need. Have no conception of sense gratification. It's beyond the idea of the soul. He says, keep yourself in the conception of the soul and look towards the supreme abode of Krishna, where wonderful lila, full of ras and anandam, is going on eternally. And you can meditate on this. Fix your mind there and don't come back to this level of animal consciousness. Fix your mind there and don't come back. Remain there. You can think about so many things. One time we were working with Gurudev in Australia, and a few days before he told us, Krishna at this time is doing this, doing that. And Radharani is also doing this at 6:30, 7. So after a few days, he said, so now what is Krishna doing? So everybody look, reminding, Gurudev told us, oh, now it's 6:30, a little more, so Krishna must be milking the cows, ready to wrestle with Sridham. Gurudev said, yes. And Radharani? Oh, Radharani, she's taking shower now. We do like we know, but Gurudev told us. So Gurudev said, yes, it is somehow or other. With your mind, you have to go there. When Krishna is milking and wrestling with Sridham, and Radharani is taking shower, you have to go there and serve. Somehow or other, you have to serve there. Do something, anything, even the most neglected thing you can imagine of. You have to try to do that. And don't come back here. Stay there. You can meditate on how the gopis, with such a excellent way and moods, they boldly serve Radha and Krishna there in the Nikunja of Vrindavan. You have to think like this, absorb your mind. Yesterday I told one trick. Prabodhananda Saraswati is Tunga Vidya. Very, very is such a sadak, showing how to achieve perfection through the process of chanting Hare Krishna in Vrindavan, completely absorbed. He said, if I have to sell my son or my daughter to go to Vrindavan, I will not hesitate 1 second. You imagine how much mamata he has for Vrindavan. So he said that when Radharani, she's preparing herself to meet Krishna at night in the Kunja of Vrindavan, when she comes out from her house and she walks through the forest path, I am also hiding myself behind one bush. And I see her coming. And I saw that she's so happy. She's smiling, full of complete happiness, that I am going to meet my lover, my beloved Krishna now. And I am seeing her. And in that mood, she passes just across and goes towards the Kunja, where she has this abhisa with Krishna, meeting Krishna there. And I am just now, as she went on, following her from a distance. And she go and comes inside the Kunja and meets Krishna there. Then I am just about to arrive, and then I come to the Kunja's door and I knock. Who's there? Guess. I am there. You should all be there now. Let's say we all now knocking at the door. Who are we? Who says? Who are we? Atiti, unexpected guest. According to tradition, you cannot refuse entrance to unexpected guests. Your reputation will go down. And you don't want Radharani's reputation to go down. Therefore, knowing that being very happy to be with Krishna, she cannot refuse to let you in. And once you are in, what will you do? You will beg for mercy. Let me serve you. Let me serve you. Let me serve you. This is the way that Prabodhananda Saraswati is thinking. And it works. Very intelligent. Chanting Hare Krishna means very, very intelligent. More than Krishna, more anyone else in the universe. So we have to become like this. Chant and be intelligent enough to be able to meet with Krishna and Radha and Krishna when they're together and do some service there. This is our Gurudev's mood. Gurudev said, all our parampara, all our predecessors, they want this. They want that we should come into that mood of serving Radha and Krishna in the transcendental abode of Vrindavan. Through consciousness, it's possible. So Mahaprabhu, all his life, he has given this incredible possibility of serving Radha and Krishna by chanting his own names. So what to speak of us? If he himself achieved or taste the highest, finest rasa by chanting his own name, what to speak of us, When Krishna heard that Radha was the Ishtadev of the mantra that was given to him by Gargya Muni, he fainted when he heard this mantra is Radha mantra. And then when Krishna heard that, he fainted, Yeah. So therefore, if Radha's name gives so much emotions, transcendental feelings to Krishna, what to speak of us? Some people, they have banned the chanting of the name of Radha from their institution. You know who I'm talking about. They say, no more Radha, 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 Radha. Jai Shri Radhe. Why? Why? It's very easy. For me, I can understand why they do this. Because Radharani, she expands unlimitedly. In Radha and Krishna, she is Radharani. In Mahaprabhu, in Chaitanya, in Ramachandra, she is Sitarani. In Vaikuntha, she is Lakshmi Devi. Huh? In this world, who is she? The sadhu. She manifests as the sadhus. So those who don't like sadhu sangha, they're punished. Radharani said, you don't like sadhu sangha? Okay. You don't like me? Okay, I take my name out. You cannot chant it. And she empowers them to tell no more chanting of Radha's name, only on her birthday. Her birthday is every day. Is there any great day that Radharani is not birthday? Huh? Every moment is Radharani's birthday. Huh? Because birthday means happiness, joyful, festival. And Radharani is always festival of love for Krishna, affection and love. So her birthday is every moment. So we should chant name of Radha every moment. And when Krishna heard that name, he fainted. So that means this name is very, very exceptional. You have to chant how many names of Krishna to equal one name of Radha? So many. 1,000 names of Vishnu to equal one name of Ram. 3 names of Ram to equal one name of Krishna. How many names of Krishna to equal one name of Radha? Hundreds. You see? So Radharani is our Ishtadev. We follow in the footsteps of Krishna, of the gopis, of everyone. Everybody loves Radharani. And we are actually meant to obey Radharani because she only serves Krishna. Nobody else can serve Krishna. She's only be able to serve Krishna because she is on the same platform. Krishna cannot be satisfied by somebody who is on the inferior level. Inferior level means sense gratification. If I want to please my senses, I have to go inferior. I have to go someone and said, give me drugs, give me this, give me that. Then my consciousness goes down. But Krishna, uh, he enjoy only on the transcendental platform where someone is also there. As he is, they're also on the same platform. So only Radharani is on that platform. So she's the only servant of Krishna. Nobody else can serve. Only others are assistant. It doesn't mean that assistant has no value because you cannot serve Krishna without the paraphernalia. Even Radharani, when she went to Kurukshetra and she met Krishna, she said, you are the same Krishna that I knew in Vrindavan, and I am the same Radharani. But a problem now is coming that you are not in Vrindavan. You are covered with this paraphernalia of a king, with armor, crown, scepter, weapon, horse, cavalry, army. You're the king of the kings. How is it that you're going to be now coming to Vrindavan unless you give up all these things? Huh? You should think you're not a kshatriya, a king. You should think you are a gopa. Give up your paraphernalia. Accept to put your flute in your hands, stuck in your waist, and peacock feather, and come back with us to Vrindavan. And Krishna tried to be more smart to say, I am Paramatma. You can meditate on me like the great yogis. And gopis, they said, our heart, we are not yogis. Our heart is Vrindavan. If you want that we meditate on you, then you have to come in Vrindavan because Vrindavan is our heart. So you should come now. And Krishna was so ashamed after living Radharani for 100 years. When he saw her, he wanted to apologize. He was going to touch her feet. And Radharani, she stepped back and said, "What are you doing? Why do you think that you are culprit of anything? No, what you have done is completely perfect. You have no made any mistake. I am the one who has made mistake. I could not serve you. I could not please you. Therefore, you left." This mood is there. Because when everybody is together, you cannot see who is the most advanced devotee. Like when Gurudev comes, the festival, you cannot see who is the most advanced because everybody is fired up, doing so much service. So you see, oh, all pure devotees. And when Gurudev goes, no more pure devotees. We all come back to the basics. That is Vachovegam, even, not even. So when Radharani is in separation mood of Krishna, she demonstrates, Krishna actually, he left Vrindavan to spread the glories of Srimati Radharani. He loves her so much that he demonstrated that in 100 years, her love for him never diminished, never depreciated. It became more and more and more and more and more. So she couldn't find any fault in him when he met her and he wanted to touch her feet to apologize for the offense he made by leaving her alone in Vrindavan. He said, "I will come back in a few days." That's why she kept alive. Otherwise, she wanted to die. Every moment she wanted to die in separation from Krishna. That is the 10th stages of separation, the pralamba, that you want to die. But Gaur Govinda Maharaj explained this in a he said that when there is a fire, Radharani, she felt my body is in fire because this separation mood is like fire, it's burning, like poison also. The gopis told Krishna, "You have to enact your Kaliya pastimes of chasing that snake away from our heart because he has come back now. And he has come in his heart and is burning our heart with the fire of his poison." It's very, who knows what is this poison like? Who has been bitten by a snake? Nobody. So we don't know. But if you be bitten by a snake, this poison which goes in your body is so strong that if you survive, you will remember all your life. All your life. So that same poison they experience at every moment in separation from Krishna. But don't think it is only poison. This poison is mixed with a sweetness, a happiness, which is even more intense. That's therefore they cannot give it up. This happiness is internally manifested in the heart when externally they are separate from Krishna, internally they are meeting Krishna. So this meeting is the higher situation. And the external situation is that they don't see where is Krishna. So they feel these acute pains of separation. And they express those acute. So Radharani, she said, my body is like a fire. When there's a fire in the house, in the stable, what the owner does, the first thing the owner does when there is a fire in the stable is open the doors to let the domestic animals go out. If he has a ara, full of nice horses, then he has to free the horses. Otherwise, they will be burned alive. And then you lose a great wealthy fortune, many horses. So she said, I am the domestic animal, my soul, and my body is like the stable, and it's in fire. And that honor is not opening the door to let me go out, let me die because of the burning sensation. I cannot keep it myself in that body, which is in fire. Let me go out. But instead of opening the door, that cruel person, honor of that body, he bolted it, that I cannot go out. How? By saying, I will be back in a few days. Don't go anywhere else. I will be back in a few days. Indian time. Few days means 100 years. Nothing less. eh? Be careful next time somebody tells you, worry, I'll be back in a few days. Here is possible, but not there. Some are still waiting for Krishna to come back in Govardhan. There's Lota Baba is waiting for Krishna. Sridham also. huh? When he saw Krishna leaving Vrindavan, he asked Krishna, where are you going? He said, don't worry, I'll just be back in a few days. And he's now, after millions of years, he's still working, waiting for Krishna to come back. huh? So when separation is there, then you can see who is the most advanced. And we can see Radharani is most advanced. Most advanced. All became very, very friendly. The two camps, Chandravali and Radharani's camps, they became one camp. That was no more differences. They all became like sisters. And Radharani told Chandravali, you have embraced Krishna so much that his fragrance must be there still on your body. So let me embrace you that I can remember Krishna's fragrance. She told Radharani, Chandravali like this. So the gopis are telling, oh Radharani, just like materialistic people, sense enjoyer, they are happy for some moments, but the rest of the life they're suffering. In the same way, you are also happy for a few moments when Krishna is there, and when he goes, for the rest of your life, you're suffering. Like this. But actually, no suffering, only deep, concentrate, ecstatic mood, happiness is there inside. Deep, concentrate happiness is there, rasa. And they're tasting that rasa at every moment. So when Mahaprabhu was also tasting the same thing, after 5 years, he came back to Navadvip. And he gave his darshan to the people of Navadvip, who, for some of them, thought he has now become opposite to our, uh, friendship to him. Some of them. But when they saw that Mahaprabhu left Navadvip to take sannyas, then they realized what type of activities he is doing. What is the purpose of his sannyas? Why is doing this? And they started to appreciate, had some admiration that he gave up his mother, which was the universal mother. And he also gave up his very young wife, 14 years old. How is it possible that somebody can do this? For what purpose did he do it? So they also became completely plunged in a mood of separation from Mahaprabhu. So when 5 years after he came to Navadvip, all the inhabitants there became so happy. It's like coming out from the dead, Their life came back in their body and became so happy. He gave darshan to all and everyone and all. Even, I think, Vishnu Priya, she had for a second or two darshan of his lotus feet. Then he went to live in Vachaspati Pandit, a house of one of his dearmost devotees. He was staying there for sometimes. And sometimes on the roof, everybody could see him. And people from all over the area were coming, crossing the Ganges. You could see the Ganges, only black heads, couldn't see the water. Crowded and crowded, thousands of people coming to take darshan of Mahaprabhu, who was staying at Vachaspati Pandit's, and he was on the roof, dressed in the red cloth of a sannyasi. And there, something unbelievable is happening. Thakur Bhaktivinoda is coming into the picture, and he is envisioning himself to be one of the members of Srivas Angam, when Mahaprabhu has having these kirtans, wild kirtans, all night long in Srivas Angam. huh? Wild kirtan. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur is telling, oh Mahaprabhu, looking at Mahaprabhu in red cross, sannyas garb, telling, oh Mahaprabhu, huh? Come back to Navadvip. Take away your cloth of a sannyasi. You are not sannyasi. You are the beloved of Sachimata. Huh? You are our life and soul. Come back to Navadvip. Don't go back to Puri. Give up your cloth. Huh? And let's go to Sriva Sangam, where we have these wonderful kirtans together, where we dance and chant together. Huh? Give up this and come back. In that mood, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is speaking 400 years after, as if he was envisioning himself to be there when Mahaprabhu came back after 5 years to give his darshan to the inhabitants of Navadvip. He envisioned, he projected himself there and tell Mahaprabhu, give up your sannyas dress. You are not a sannyasi. You are the beloved of Sachimata. Just like Radharani is in Kurukshetra, said to Krishna, you are not the emperor of this world. Give up this idea. You are a gop, come back to Vrindavan. Then again, we'll be united and life will be so wonderful. And Mahaprabhu is also in the same mood when he danced in front of Jagannath's Ratayatra cart. Same mood. So this mood is the only reason why Srila Gurudev told why we go to Puri, to enjoy the beach, the ocean, to enjoy the rubbery, which is sold in front of the temple. No, we go to Puri just to understand how Mahaprabhu thinks of himself, being Krishna, being Radharani. How he thinks I am Radha. This is one thing why our Guru Varga went there. And I also went there to understand why Mahaprabhu thinks he is Radharani. And also why Mahaprabhu looking at Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, he couldn't see Jagannath, he could only see Prajendranandan Shamasundar. These two reasons, this is why we go to Puri, no other reasons. So look at Gurudev's mood, very deep. He has come to give us those things. So be careful not to lose it by hearing any other things which come across once in a while. By some means, be careful not to get your heart deprived of these things. So the mood of Vrindavan, we have to go there. Like Mahaprabhu was there permanently, he had opened the door for us to also come and go there. Devotee thinks we are ordinary. Like one time I told yesterday, uh, Jagannath Das Babaji was in Vrindakund. For 13 years he served there. He had Gaunitai deities. One day, two persons came and said, we want to meet Siddha Baba. Siddha Baba means Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. They asked him, are you Siddha Baba? He said, no, I am ordinary person. Here, no Siddha Baba. I am ordinary person. Okay. And what do you want? Who you have come here for? He said, we want to see a miracle. Miracle. Siddha Baba means perfect personality. So you can do miracle? So Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he grabbed one piece of wood, stick, and he went. When he did that, they thought, oh my God, he's angry at us. Maybe he's going to beat us up. So they went like this. But he smashed the ground. And he said, miracle done. I have done miracle. They said, what? What type of miracle have you done? We have not seen anything. He said, you have not seen, but in Jiva Kunj, in Jivas Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, there is a orchard of Tulasi, beautiful Tulasi trees is there. And there was many goats ready to devour all these Tulasi leaves. And it completely shocked me that they were going to do that. So I took that stick and I beat them up. And they left running for their life. Or how do we know that you are telling the truth? Because we are not now in Radhakund. We are in uh, Kunda, Vrinda Kund. He said, you can send, how we call it, not email, there was not there, telegram. So they sent telegram, Jiva Goswami's Bhajan Kutir, and the in charge, the person there who is keeping the places, he said, yes, something happened the other day, that there was goats about to devour the tulasi plants. And it also really gave me so much distress. I went inside the house to take a stick and to chase them away. But when I came out, they were not there anymore. I looked, I couldn't find them. They ran away. I could only see some hairs from their body scattered here and there, like somebody has beat them up. So I confirmed that this has happened like this. So this Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, he said, I had to do that, this miracle. Otherwise, they would have made offense. They would have been in trouble. So I had to do this miracle. Otherwise, I am an ordinary person. So this mood is there, ordinary. Gurudev was like this also. I traveled with him 7 years. He never showed that he was great, that we should all surrender, listen, don't you know who I am? Huh? Guru, and so much power I am. Huh? No. He was so sweet and humble. Whatever happened, he would tolerate. Any problems, any noise, any uh, situation uh, which was not to his liking, he would tolerate. He would even stop the others from troubling those who make trouble. Let them do. Just wait. Huh? Sometimes we're speaking very beautiful classes. We were hearing, and a group of people come in the temple and chatting. This is like that, like this, describing everything which is on the walls of the temple. And devotee wanted to stop them, and Gurudev said, "Don't wait, stay back, let them do, because they also, appreciate." So he was not, putting himself in the front, you know. So his mood is there that we should also try to imbibe. I will finish now, but just by telling you that if you want the causeless mercy of Gurudev, it's not by doing nothing that you will get, because causeless means beyond this world, it will come anyhow. No, it will not come if we just do nothing. The causeless mercy means something very precise. We have to understand why Gurudev came, what he did spoke about, what was his message, what was his goal, how he defined what was his goal, the highest ideal, how he was non-different from the predecessors in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he preached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission, how he did this. We have to understand this. We have to understand who was his worshipable deity, Radha and Krishna. Yeah. Yes, Seva Kunj. We have to understand that. How he was speaking about this. What was the purport of his teachings? How he did everything in relation to these things at every step of his life. How can we understand this? Adapt this to our life in a way that we will strive earnestly to imbibe this mood of Gurudev. When this is happening, and we are not willing to do anything else than this, that striving intensely, earnestly to adapt to our life the mood of our Gurudev and everything which goes with it, then this is called causeless mercy. This is called causeless mercy. Then you know that you have the causeless mercy when you are striving to imbibe the mood of our Gurudev like this. Hare Krishna. So if you have any questions, please, you can ask. Because Gurudev explained that when something is uh, the nature of the sadhana practice, yeah, you cannot divulgate. Divulgate? You cannot reveal it. It's like camphor. If you open camphor box, then the whole of the camphor will completely evaporate. So nobody who is having such sentimental, emotional love for Krishna, for Radha, if they speak about it, then it will be like camphor. It will evaporate. So nobody did it. Not Vishaka, not Ramananda Roy, not Swarup Damodar, not Mahaprabhu, because they are on the process of developing these transcendental emotions. So you cannot speak these things in public. But Rupa Goswami, knowing the heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and putting himself empowered by Mahaprabhu's mercy and all Vaishnavas' mercy, putting himself in a neutral position, it describes all the different stages like this. But he puts himself in a neutral position, like this is the way it is, this is the way it is. And they described like systematically in a very technical ways that very, very precise, like scientific, all these things that we can have access to. So in only in Rupa Goswami, he could do it, but nobody else would do it because it's too high. And Radha's Bhav for Krishna, Vandanakya Mahabhav, Divyan Mad, Rud and Adirud is so high that if you speak about it, you lose it the next moment. So nobody wanted to speak about it. Mahaprabhu put his hand on Ramananda Roy's mouth. He said, "Shh, don't talk about these things." And he didn't speak. Nobody spoke about it. Uh, Even the Vedas. uh, what are the Vedas? They are transcendental sound vibration. They can only show the direction of their origin, which is the name of Krishna. Krishna is the origin of all the Vedas. And they say we are coming from that origin, fountainhead of all sound vibration is name of Krishna. But they show the direction, but they cannot say more than that. If you want to taste the sweetness of the holy name of Krishna, then you have to go in that direction. But they cannot say what it is, what is they cannot, because it's very, very, very high. Rupa Goswami told, I don't know how much sweetness and nectar there is in these two syllables, Krishna, that after chanting for some times, you feel that you need 1,000 or more tongues to chant this name of Krishna. And then when you hear the names of Krishna with your thousand of tongues, at the same time, you want to have millions and millions of ears. 2 ears is not enough. And then when this is happening, then when the name comes into the faculties, mental faculties inside you by the mercy of Krishna, because mind is material, but by the mercy of Krishna and Guru, this ecstasy, the sweetness, the rasa of the name of Radha and Krishna combined can come in your heart. Then you can have a taste of this. But when the taste is coming forcefully, like taking possession of your consciousness, then all your activities, mental and sensorial, they're completely paralyzed. Paralyzed. You cannot understand what's the use of the eyes, the nose, and the ears as you would when this is not in the situation. But when this holy name, just like a flood, inundates your mental faculties and your consciousness, then everything, every activities of the sense are completely paralyzed. And you experience something which has the power to completely paralyze your self, and you are like the victim of aggressive sweetness which goes in your consciousness, and you completely taste this at every step, and your purification is taking place. And this is for everybody who follows that process. Yeah. Yes, be careful. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Yeah. Well, we had a festival in England, and one such a person was there, and we spent the whole afternoon to re-establish the things wrong that he explained to all of us in different times of his. It's very, very. Yeah. But you know, our sannyasis, you know, hmm. No, I understand what you mean. I understand. But I am talking about apasiddhanta. I'm not talking about knowledge of a inferior level, which is okay, you know. Everybody can speak something, but his whole best friend has given up also his association, and he's mad at putting him outside because he doesn't want to surrender. He criticizes our members. He said to Sudevi and he said to Sudevi and Kishore Mohan that what they do is completely useless. Only what I do is the only process, and we never heard such a process like this before by any of our acharyas. This type of chanting, Narayana. Never heard these things. Yeah, but I mean, I am so fallen that my Guru Devs and Guru Varga never told me that I should do that. Maybe it's so high that. No, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the new people. He came to south of France and he captured the whole audience of new people, and now they're following him. Eh? They're Gurudev disciples. They knew. Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Thank you. I remember what Gurudev was telling. That's okay. Yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. I don't think. You sing Arti. You are the best.